EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Denver Broncos.
To kick off for Denver.
It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Carry here for Joe Mixon. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
He was brought down.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 18. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They fake the handoff, now Locke. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Burrow now off the bootleg. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now Burrow. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Bengals are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd.
To number 83, Tyler Boyd.
Tyler Boyd. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals.
Makes the score Bengals 7, Broncos nothing.
Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Intended for Jerry Jeudy, incomplete. Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
This is Geis. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down. The interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Complete to Kelly. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 more there and another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Geis. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line.
He was tackled.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the gun, it's Locke. Escaping the pressure right. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Coverage there by the former 1st-round pick, William Jackson.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And that will be incomplete. Right there on the coverage was the safety, Jesse Bates.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
53 at the mic. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
They do go for it. It's Locke. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Michael O.J. Mudia.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Clock now on 1st down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was looking for Albert O. Albert Okuebunam was the target there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Locke. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 40.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Now, last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Shove on the tackle.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bengals 7, Broncos nothing.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get 1st downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation, but I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
Open man is Ross, complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Touchdown.
John Ross. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals add on to their lead.
Justin Rohrwasser.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now a run with Geis. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this deep.
That's caught inside the 20. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big play there for the Broncos on 3rd. 56 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Bengals' 15-yard line.
2nd and 11. They'll run with Geis. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Clock now to throw. They'll run the screen with Mack. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. And McManus able to put it through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
2nd and 7.
Now it's Burrow. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Fred Warner.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
On 2nd down, Burrow. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's got the 1st down. Yardage before being taken down at midfield. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. No surprise this offense would be able to convert. They're currently 2nd in the league in 1st downs, and they pick up 1 here.
Yeah, not a stat that we talk about a heck of a lot, but it's a vital one. And in this case, it's really vital because what does it do? Keeps their defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards that time.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Burrow looking to pass. That is caught inside the 5. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Touchdown.
Juju Smith-Schuster, his 2nd touchdown on the season. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. Now this will make it into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Here's Sam Martin now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Taken at about the 36. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defensive.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this 2nd half as they trail, and we are back underway. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. On first down, Locke. That's caught by Kelly. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Check. 53's line. Check. 80 weapon.
Shotgun snap to Locke. And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
No problem there on the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go? And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
First and 10 at the 35.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the
blitz coming, and down he goes. Bradley Chubb picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. But now it's third down.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a fourth down situation.
Rohrwasser on for the field goal. A 41-yard attempt.
Rohrwasser's kick is good. And their lead will swell up to 28. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Back to the air on second down. It's Locke. And now here is another interception. William Jackson with a pick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD.
Justin Rohrwasser for the extra point.
This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From the 6. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Block and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. They start on the ground with Geis. And, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Block working out of the gun. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there.
Good.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
There's a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Throwing on 1st down is Locke. Got a man open. It's Sutton. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a 1st down. And that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action in Denver. To throw again. Block. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off inside the 10. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Got a man open. It's Ross. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The end result, 21 yards.
And the Bengals 1st down.
Check 99. Check 99. Safe.
They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Taken down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
1st down.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
4 yards.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running set.
That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown.
John Ross.
John Ross, his second touchdown of the game, his third of the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score Bengals 45, Broncos 3.
Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Welcome back now to Denver. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
At the 22-yard line.
On the ground, it's Geis. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Geis, the ball
Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
He's got his tight end fan, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's good.
17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Block. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
He'll get that complete to Alberto. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, they were unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Watch the ride.
Again, it's Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fan. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Locke on target to Fant for a Bronco first down.
41-yard line.
Locke looks to throw it again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. An excellent gain, 35 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Geno Atkins in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
You ain't going nowhere. 53 is the mic.
To throw it is Locke. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
A 6-yard
The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Okay, great. 53, check 53. Check the outs, check the outs, check the outs.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Broncos get one score closer.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
My old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory, right at the 40. It's Mixon on the counter. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Now Burrow. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at the 20. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Locke going to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
And 10.
Again, they'll throw with Locke. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Brandon McManus on for the field goal. A 48-yard.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. A run there on 1st down gets 3 up to the 28. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play. As many games as the two of us do, I would hope that one day we'll be able to solve this riddle. Why is it on a hot day that one team has more trouble with the heat than another, and especially when you can't stop a guy running the ball?
You know it's September in the booth, though, when you and I have both removed our coats, and those were gone in the first quarter.
They were gone in the first quarter, and what we're watching now is a defense mentally giving in and sagging a little bit because they haven't been able to stop him.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
6-yard line. An 8-yard pickup. First down.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory.
Final score.
I don't want to overhype it.